Let's freaking go. Let's go. Are you freaking kidding me? Shh. It is a little bit late, so this isn't going to be a super long live stream. We're just going to hang out for a little bit after what was, to me, just one of the craziest weekends ever at PHL. Like, I just could not believe how much actually happened. So, we're going to talk about some of that. We're going to talk about a few things that is going to happen on the channel. I know this is late on a Sunday night. I got to do something really cool today. I got to go on a boat with Jay Hill and a couple of his friends, which was really cool. Got to learn more about football, got to learn more about what it takes to be a great player. Obviously, Jeremy Hill helping grow our channel, so we are very fortunate for him. And all weekend I got to spend time with the president of PHL, Cliff. Right? What is this on my head? It's just my Liverpool hat, so I'll put it a little bit lower if it's bothering you. But yeah, it was pretty incredible. I don't get to go out on a boat that often. So Jay Hill took me out with some of his friends on a boat, and we had a really good time today. And yeah, so we will be back to our normal schedule on Tuesday. But I wanted to say this, okay? I really do appreciate you guys. This isn't our normal live stream where we're going to be talking about a ton of LSU football stuff, but coming to Baton Rouge, understanding how blessed I am to get to do this. I hope each and every one of you that watch this understand how much I truly do care about you guys. It started with, obviously, King Robert. We went to his funeral, and Cliff came with me. That is what PHL is all about. Cliff came with me, and we celebrated Robert. It was a lot of fun. I'm not gonna lie, we had a great time celebrating this phenomenal human being, and I will forever honor Robert for what he did for PHL. And yeah, it got very emotional. It was tough, but he hates that. You guys know that. So that was really tough. You guys saw the post on the community page. It started off with that, and then it just, got even funner as the week went on. And Robert would have loved me getting to hang out with Aaron. And I don't think Aaron's in here right now. I'm going to try and get him in here. Aaron was phenomenal. So I got to meet Aaron, which is really cool. Reggie knows Aaron. And Aaron, Prez, and T-Pain, we got to hang out. And that was really cool. So this just really made me want to meet up with you guys even more. So we're going to do more meetups. I didn't get to meet Reggie. Next time, Reggie, I'm going to be in town to see you. What's up, Creek? Yeah, Robert Alario. Yeah, King Robert. So yeah, it was really fun. It was really fun. And then last night, me, Prez, Aaron, and Jay Hill got to hang out again. And Jay Hill and I had a great time. I spent some time at the casino, which was a lot of fun. Got to see and meet a lot more of the people that really made me who I am today. I didn't get to meet them. I got to see them again. So that was really cool. So I understand this is like a very personal thing, but for me, I just appreciate you guys. That's all there is to it. Now, I do want to share this. Watching these LSU baseball games have been a lot of fun. We're not a baseball channel. I am not smart enough to talk LSU baseball, but I'm very happy to see the fight in those guys, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. Obviously, today sucked, but I really like what I saw from Jay Johnson's squad. But really, as far as LSU football is concerned, the bottom line is JADEN RASHADA is coming to campus this next week. And that is the biggest recruiting story for LSU. It's going to take a miracle for that kid to come to LSU. It's not really that likely. But That's the big story, right? Now, there's some other LSU stories going on that's bigger than just one player. Obviously, the SEC league meetings, it's really huge. Um, and yeah, we'll see how everything turns out with that. We say hi to Nurse Court. Good to see you, Matthias. The poker session was a lot of fun. We'll keep it at that. I'm not. I used to play a lot of poker. Oh, okay. This made it. This made me feel really good. I've lost a lot of people to cancer recently. You guys know my running coach lost her, lost King Robert. My aunt's next door neighbor, remember Auntie from a few live streams ago, TT? She lost her best friend who was her next door neighbor to cancer. There's Aaron right there. So it was a lot of fun. Aaron and I had a lot of fun this weekend with Prez. So Prez and I, we've known each other our whole lives. He's my cousin. Me, Aaron, and Prez, we had a great time. And we can't wait to hang out with more of you guys. Maybe so, LA Mom. Maybe so. So I just want this live stream to be very appreciative of you guys. I have a lot of traveling coming up tomorrow, so we can get back in the studio. But obviously, this is crazy. I can't say enough good things about Jay Hill, and I will show you guys this really quickly right there. Let me know if you guys saw it, okay? Because I can't flip the camera for whatever reason. Jay Hill gave me an autographed Game 1 uniform, and he put an inscription on there. Type Y for yes, type in for no if you're able to see the jersey. So yeah, that was great. Creek, you've been with me for a while. It's going to look really good in our studio. So as always, as you guys know, we want to shout out our friends, Presley Collection and PresleyCollection.com. Thank you to Anthony Starr Presley making my engagement what really was the biggest moment of my life. If you're in the market for an engagement ring, diamond pendant, anything along those lines, make sure you check out Presley Collection, PresleyCollection.com. Because of Anthony Starr Presley, we were able to go on this trip this weekend. Once again, Presley Collection, PresleyCollection.com. So yes, got to spend time with Aaron, and I'm going to get to spend a time. I can't wait to meet Nurse Court. I can't wait to meet Pierce. I can't wait to meet all you guys. So, what this weekend taught me was for the rest of my life, I don't care. There was a lot of reasons why I couldn't actually meet Robert face to face, but for the rest of my life, I never got a chance to meet Robert. I got to meet every one of his family members this week, and I never got to meet this man. I never got to be in the same room with this phenomenal guy. So it sucks, and now I'm going to make it a point to get to see every one of you. I'm going to set up as many things as I possibly can to meet so many of you, right? And you guys are my biggest priority. So I know that's like very cheesy, whatever, but this was epic. This was a epic weekend, and it's energized me to make this channel even better. So yeah, Nurse Court, I can't wait to meet you. I really can't. Crete just wants me to see. So let's talk a little LSU football. I'm not gonna lie. The number one thing is LSU football is not the biggest story right now, right? LSU baseball is so big. Most of you are LSU baseball fans. I am cheering for them to win. I am very invested. I know I'm a helicopter fan just coming in right now. I cheer for them throughout the entire season, but you guys, if you see LSU, you want to talk baseball. For me, it's just like I don't know what they could have done differently tonight. I'm not smart enough to know that. But I hope they win tomorrow. I really do. It would be very nice to see them win. Reggie, we are very happy your cancer is looking a lot better. We need Reggie. You're a big part of what we're doing here, man. No, Pierce, you are, man. You're part of the PHL T-shirt club, which, by the way, if you want to join the PHL T-shirt club, all you got to do is follow those instructions right there. Yeah, no, Aaron, I can't wait. Can't wait to see you again, man. I mean, you're just the best. Smooth jazz. Gold jerseys. Nurse Cord, come on, you know I love you. Gold jerseys, really? But yeah, you guys saw the avatar, the thumbnail. Jay Hill's a man. He's just great. Like, hanging out with me, Aaron, and Cliff was just great. Jay Hill taking me out on the boat was just crazy. God, it was cool. It was really cool. And, just talking ball. And he shared some very interesting stuff with me. And I shared some very interesting stuff with him about, like, how we do breakdowns and all of that. And what makes Jay Hill truly special is, and he is an elite football mind. And I'm not just saying that to say it, right? His knowledge of the game of football is incomparable to anything. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, he does a really good job applying what he learned from playing and taking it to the next level now. And tonight he was sharing with me, we got back from the boat. He was sharing with me before we went our separate ways. He was sharing with me how he evaluates quarterbacks. So it was very interesting. Like, he's like, Carter, I want to learn more about how to play quarterback. I want to learn more about the quarterback position. So he's just special. He really is. And it's so cool to have him as a part of our channel. It really is. Oh, the gold jersey is a baseball thing. So once again, Nurse Cord. Please go watch Blake. Blake knows way more about baseball than I do. There's my baseball thing. Go watch Blake's channel. But, as far as football is concerned, I will say this. I am a little concerned about, and I don't want people to take away what I'm about to say as a bad thing. But the truth is, football might be a little rough next year. It's just the transition of going where we were going to where we are now. I do think this is true. You have to learn how to win, right? And over the past couple of seasons, our team has been, well, we might win or we might lose, right? When your mentality is, as an LSU football player, knowing we have more talent, knowing we're LSU, knowing we're the enforcer, we shouldn't be in this mode, right? We're an 8-win team every year, right? Well, when you're an 8-win team, you're winning 2 out of every 3 games. And oftentimes we weren't just an 8-win team. So I think next year there is a talent in knowing how to win big games. And quite frankly, where our mentality, we'll see. We'll see what happens when the fall comes around. There's just a lot that I'm worried about, right? And I don't want to be sunshine and rainbow guy. And a gold jersey. It gives you that swagger, baby. I know, Jared. Can't wait to meet you, man. Brute forcing a game and button mashing versus playing the instructor manual and a strategy. Exactly. And I think, for me, Brian Kelly is like going to be in this weird spot where, we don't know who the quarterback is going to be. We still don't know how the offensive line could line up next year. I think there is more of a possibility that, you're going to be relying on someone like Cardell Thomas to have a huge breakout year, and Cardell definitely can. But, what's going to happen if one of the starters get hurt, right? what's going to happen? Do you trust someone behind that person to step in and be that guy? The issue at center. Do you trust Charles Turner to be an SEC center, knowing how good these SEC defensive tackles are? There's a lot I like about this team, most notably Kayshawn, Jack Bass, Jure, and that wide receiver room. But there's a lot of questions. Did J. Hill have any further insight into QB1? He did not. We are still trying to figure this out, right? I think Miles and Jaden being a 1-2 punch in some way could be what you have next year. But I do think Garrett Nussmeier had by far the best spring out of any of the quarterbacks, in that he helped his stock more than anyone else in that quarterback room. And it's not even close. Garrett was not part of the quarterback discussion. Now he is. And this is part of it as well, Creek. It's not just like depth. Because LSU's got 84 scholarship guys right now. It's the quality of the depth. Do you trust Tremont Shorts in a full SEC schedule and Frazier and those guys? 320 said no 2-quarterback system. He's out. Interesting. So here's what we'll do. I'm going to keep this live stream very brief because I do have a lot of travel tomorrow. But, hey, Paris, good to see you. You know I love you. Let's see here. I always love, and Paris, when Paris is in here, the chat's so much better. Normal guy, good to see you. And make sure I don't miss anyone. So yeah, once again, Venmo, Cash App at Carter the Power. Super chat is wide open if you want to get a question in. But right now I'm going to answer as many LSU football related questions. Once again, you know, this isn't as big of a live stream. We started super late. It was kind of last second. But it was on my heart that I wanted to share this. So there you go. Me and Jaden Rashada, both in Baton Rouge. Gotta love it. Got to love it. Let's see. Creek, thank you so much. You get to pick the next topic, man. Creek wants Nuss. I like it. I do. I like your confidence in him. Nuss needs that confidence. You know what's interesting? He probably doesn't, because he's probably got as much swagger as anybody in that room right now. You know, the thing about Garrett Nussmeier, so I was asked this during, we talked about this a few days ago during the live stream on Thursday night at Auntie's house. That was a lot of fun. Jared, what was it? Crap, I lost my train of thought. Crap, I totally forgot my train of thought. Why were we talking about this on the live stream? Either way, Garrett Nussmeier's got the swagger to be great. Shelton Sampson, commitment soon, you think? I hope so. I think Shelton is very special. I can say this. Jeremy Hill's really high on Shelton Sampson. And he thinks he's better than I think he's good, than I think he is. And I think he's the best player in Louisiana. So, yeah, I like Shelton a lot. We're a big Shelton channel. And full disclosure, I've never met him. I don't have any connections to Shelton. I have a lot of family members that went to Catholic High. I have no connections to Shelton Sampson or Emory Jones. Emory Jones was my number one player in Louisiana last year. Shelton Sampson is my number one player this year. They just happen to go to the same high school. I have no bias towards Catholic High. I'm very happy that, you know, some of my family went to the high school and they're prideful of it. But I just like the two players just because they're really, really good football players. So there you go. Good to see you, 320. Welcome to the channel. Everyone, welcome 320 to the channel. I love the fish. That is bold. Let's see. Cadillac. Oh, that's cool. I'm going to check that out. Nuss is a pretty big deal, but we got to realize Jaden Daniels didn't transfer for no reason. Lovely. Yeah, I mean, once again, Pierce, every quarterback has his own narrative to be able to play, right? Every single one of them. So, Nuss has the narrative. He's the highest rated recruit. Well, he's not. Jaden's higher rated. And Walker is too. But of the three, Nuss at the best spring game. He's got the best long-term potential. The other two guys are first years or last year quarterbacks. So yeah, Nuss has a lot going in his favor. I love it. It's crazy how those genetics work, right? Like, it's funny. Like, my dad was a very decent athlete. I was a very decent athlete. No, thank you, 320. I appreciate it. This isn't, once again, full disclosure, as everyone knows, this isn't our normal live stream. Very chilled, very relaxed. Had a really long day. I hadn't been on a lake in forever. I didn't know how draining it was. It could zap the energy out of you. And we were there a long time. Late night power hour. Let's go. What's up, Pegasus? Good to see you. Won't be on here too much longer. Yeah, it's true. That professionalism, you gotta love it. Still think it's gonna be JD. I can see it. I can see it. Let's see here. I want to play this. I really did like this clip right here from Jaden Daniels. So I want you to listen to this clip about Jaden Daniels transferring to LSU.
My decision to the transfer portal, is probably the best move for me and my future career or the goals I want to accomplish. So, those conversations with Coach Kelly and them, I show interest in them, they show interest back, talked on the phone, just had the opportunity to come play at the highest level, help a powerhouse win another national championship so I could showcase.
So, I don't know. I don't think the video fully played, but what he basically said was he came to transfer for competition. He wasn't guaranteed anything. So, I just find his story to be so fascinating. How much personal struggle he had towards the end of his career is crazy. Went to Lake Marpaw. Is that how you say it? Marpaw? Creek, maybe. Well, Creek, you're more North Louisiana. Maybe Reggie or Nurse Cord can tell me. Marpaw, is that how you say it? Maurpeas. It was really good. A lot of fun, man. But yeah, some other LSU football stuff that I found to be really fascinating is I do think, and this could be a little bit different, but I love a few things Matt House is doing. One thing I really like is how involved he's getting into recruiting, right? So the recruiting aspect, he was specifically mentioned as a big reason why Harold Perkins came to LSU. Really good stuff. And then obviously, Tackett Curtis mentioned Matt House being very involved in his recruitment. So I like a lot of that. I really do. But still, Matt House is is going to be mostly judged on his defensive play calling. And I am very interested to see how that defensive play calling is actually going to work out. We didn't get to really see anything in the spring game, but the bottom line is can he do enough to give LSU enough defensive stops to win against a lot of these good SEC quarterbacks? Now, I need some clap emojis for Aaron. Had a very interesting weekend. Me, you, and Cliff had a lot of fun, and I can't wait to hang out with more PHLers. Red Velvet Tiger Cups, compliments of the wife. Meet and greet, can't wait. Yes. So, for those that don't know, Aaron's wife made me and Cliff a personal dessert, and I'm going to share some photos on Tuesday night. So be on the lookout for that. So, thank you so much. Culture change will mean everything, baby. Marpaw? A nurse court? I didn't know you were North Louisiana. I always thought you were Baton Rouge. So, nurse court, I like that. You, Creek, holding down North Louisiana. My guy, Ant, holding down North Louisiana. You gotta love it. The Tickfall River. Long live King Robert. Yes, sir. Gotta love it. Yeah, so Creek, this isn't a cup. This is actually a cake. Like a full cake. I think I still got the photo right here. Yes. Take a look at this. Aaron's wife. Aaron's wife is probably like the most talented human I think I've ever met. She is a beast. Oh my God. It was so good. I'm not gonna lie, it was so good. So yeah, it was wonderful. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, nurse court. Well, who knows? Maybe me, you, and Creek have some fun in the 318, baby. Well, Creek's in Shreveport. You're in Monroe, right? Ascension Parish. Yeah, we haven't done this in a while, LA Mom. Everyone drop where you are, where you're from, right? The 3-1, great. 225 better than the 318. Here's what I'll say about that. Like, we're an LSU football channel, so people in the 318 are going to say Baton Rouge is going to say like Baton Rouge is like the best city, right? But the thing about it is Monroe, Shreveport, Ruston is underrated. Okay? I don't like it when South Louisiana jumps all over North Louisiana and calling them Yankees and all this BS. Stop it. Hammond to Chalmette to Mobile. LA Mom. LA Mom's moving up the ranks. You've been in every chat recently. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Exactly. I mean, that's the thing. Like, North Louisiana is going to say Baton Rouge and New Orleans is better than North Louisiana. It just is, okay? But Shreveport is phenomenal. Monroe is phenomenal. Now, what we can all say, and I'm not going to get into this, I'm not smart enough to talk about this. I probably never will address this unless someone who is an expert in this field, okay, can talk about this. Louisiana's crime has got to stop. Okay, well, crime's never going to stop. It's got to slow down. I'm tired of seeing all my friends, family members, post RIP somebody. It's got to stop. So, we could get into South Louisiana is way better than North Louisiana. All I know is there's too much crime. It's too much crime, right? It's got to stop. There's too much crime in the country right now, right? Not going to get into it. Not smart enough. That isn't the point of this channel. It's an escape from all of that. But I'm just saying, right? It was a part of a lot of conversations I have with people that I love here, that they don't feel safe here. Okay? Ruston's a phenomenal city. It is, right? Does it suck compared to Baton Rouge? In a lot of ways, yes. But Ruston does not have traffic. Baton Rouge is a top 10 worst traffic city in America. My buddy went to a presentation about this in Baton Rouge last week. So, at least in Ruston, you can get from one place to the other. .225 is the best running backs in the state. Okay. 504 is the best receivers in the state. Okay, so 225 running backs. Clyde, Redemptorist, J Hill. Okay. Geis. Okay. Brissett. Okay. We'll go Nicholas Brissett. Wide receivers. Okay. Jamar. Destrehan. Call that the 504. Justin Jefferson. Odell Beckham. Yeah, I can live with this. A lot of great wide receivers, though, come from the 225, and a lot of great running backs come from the 504 as well. Work done. How about that? What's up, Esteban? Good to see you. Yeah, Ruston's a fine college town. It's gotten better. It's gotten better. There's room for improvement, of course. But then again, I grew up in a small town, so Ruston is a metropolis for a small town guy like me. Travis Minor, we're throwing it back. Three to six traffic on I-10, you better just settle in. LSU versus Bama Power Hour meetup. I'd like to. My thing is, though, like with these really big games, it's hard because the game is just so big. I know that sounds strange, but LSU Bama is just so big, and the likelihood we lose that game is relatively high. Who wants to meet up for a loss, right? So I don't know. Like, we did a meetup for the Arkansas game, we still lost. Oh, that's right, Nurse Court. You have one of my Booker McFarland cards. Monroe, yeah, my jaw is dropped with some of the stuff I'm hearing about Monroe. And I freaking love Monroe. Monroe's a big piece of me. But yeah, Baton Rouge is still an incredible city, but there's a lot. The traffic is just crazy. But But yeah, so here's what we're going to do here. See, I want to make sure I welcome everybody in here. Once again, thank you, Aaron. I really appreciate you. True, but that game is still so much earlier in the year, and we almost took Bama last year. Oh, for sure, 320. Creek kind of wants the cake now. Huh? Lafayette. I love Lafayette. I really do. I think Lafayette's very underrated. I do. Not just in producing talent. I just think the city's great. I really do. I think Lafayette's. I really do like Lafayette a lot. I could live there. But yeah. Jared, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you, man. It's all love, man. Now, I want to talk about a few more LSU football topics related to the SEC meetings. I found Brian Kelly's name, image, likeness comments to be very riveting. I was kind of shocked that it wasn't, because, a lot of people said the same thing, but, he brought up something very interesting about players, being employees and making money and all that. And he brought up like a hypothetical about a player being traded from one team to another. Now, here's my thing. I don't think you'll ever see like college player trades, but I do think name, image, and likeness is going to go through a major change. And this is just how I feel about it, because a lot of my friends that were college athletes and were very successful college athletes, some of which were great professional athletes. Obviously, Jeremy Hill and I become really good friends, right? Where, we're talking about stuff that's not like football related. But, he had a very successful professional career. But he didn't just rest on that, right? He took his education, he took what he learned from playing football and all that stuff, and he applied it. I do think as we become more educated about our future, I do think college kids are going to realize that, yes, name, image, and likeness money can be very good. It could be life-changing. It could really help out. But for you personally, if you got a $1 million deal at 18, yes, that is a life-changing amount of money. But you're getting that money at 18, right? Can you really live off $1 million at 18 for the rest of your life? I don't know if you can. Especially considering how that money is going to get divvied up, because you're not going to get that money, right? It's probably going to go to an agent. It's probably going to get taken away from taxes. It's probably going to get, divvied up in many different ways. There's probably some things that you have to do for that $1 million. You're probably walking away after taxes $500K. Can you really live off that the rest of your life? Yeah. I mean, I've not made $500,000 yet in my life. I don't know if I'm ever going to reach that number. So yeah, I mean, I guess you could theoretically, but you know, are are you at 18 going to know what to do with 500K? Probably not. I do think at some point, the name, image, and likeness money, I do think kids are going to start realizing that, yes, that money feels good, but there's more to it. Getting an NFL salary far trumps that, right? And some kids are short-sighted, right? And if I were a kid, I'd be getting that money as well. But it's very easy to feel like you've accomplished something by getting a name, image, or likeness check when you haven't. You really haven't. They make under the table deals all the time. That's true as well. Yeah, I think this could happen too, Aaron. Okay, so I will share this, Creek, as far as like some of my private conversations with Jay Hill. Um, I spent a lot of time with him this weekend. Obviously on the boat, just chatting about ball, whatever. He's a big Lane Kiffin guy. He is a big Lane Kiffin believer, and I am too. Like, I'm not just saying this just to say it. He would have been a really good coach at LSU. I'm happy they got Brian Kelly. I think what we needed to rebuild here took someone like Brian Kelly. But at the same time, Lane's really special. He's a very special play caller. And I think the transfer portal can really help out a school like Ole Miss, where he can get some guys that could fit his system and get drafted really high offensively, and he's going to be an issue. Exactly, Pierce. Like, when you buy a bigger house, there are bigger repairs that need to get done, right? It's hard, especially with this housing market, inflation, and all of that. $1 million is a lot. It would be life changing for a lot of people, and I would recommend a kid going to get $1 million. If I had to choose between LSU and Ohio State, and Ohio State was giving me $1 million and LSU was giving me nothing, if I was Jeff Bezos, I would go to LSU, but I'm not. I would go to Ohio State and take the $1 million. But at the same time, I would know that that money is not going to last. That money might last you 20 years if you're super frugal and very smart about your investments and you live very beneath your means. But nobody's going to do that. Nobody. But yeah, I didn't think we would get the most views right when I was thinking about signing off here at the end. I agree with this, Cliff, with the tweeting and a lot of the stuff that he says. But at some point, I think he will mature, right? Do I think he's ever going to do anything big at Ole Miss? No, because everything would have to fall in line for him to be able to do that. I just don't think they're ever going to have enough talent. It's going to be interesting to see him without Jeff Lebby this year. But yeah. His dog does have a Twitter account. So Lane technically is a white sorority girl. Now, yeah, Creek, it's just Baton Rouge. It's here's my stance on traffic after games. It just comes with the price, right? It's just how it is. You only have to deal with it 7, 8 times a year and a Garth concert every once in a blue moon. All right, 320, we'll see you Tuesday night, okay? Nurse Court, I don't think it's the SEC doing this. I think it's more. I think it's more A&M. I do. Okay. So I don't think A&M and Texas want that to ever be a thing again. Here's the thing about A&M and Texas, right? They are so meek. All right. They're very meek. They don't have any type of self-confidence in themselves. They have an inflated view of themselves. But this idea that you're always going to avoid Texas and Texas A&M, both schools don't want to play each other every year because they just don't. If I were a Texas A&M fan, and a lot of Texas A&M fans feel this way, and a lot of Texas fans feel this way, I'd want to play each other every year. That's your top rival. Oklahoma is not your top rival. Texas A&M's not rival, sure as hell not LSU. Play each other every year. Quit being a bunch of whiny babies. Play each other every year like God intended. Texas has had a lot of good rivalries with Arkansas and Oklahoma, and they've had good games versus Oklahoma State and blah blah blah. Your rival is A&M. Okay? Don't hide. If I was Ross Bjork, I would be going to Greg Sankey and saying, look, I want to play Texas every year. I want to stomp them into the ground. I want them to see that they made a mistake joining the SEC with us, the new big dogs. Yeah, Jared, look, you know, the trend, I mean, it's horrible. There's just no other way around it. It's horrible. Yeah, Craig, it's East Campus Apartments. That's a walk. Huh? It's just not. I also think this is true, Creek. I do think how heavy the tailgating is. I don't know, the tailgates are all put up. I do think that adds to it. I mean, it's just LSU's just so chaotic during games. Texas is a huge brand, though. Mm. So, yeah, I am a little shocked. I haven't gotten one baseball question yet. Thank goodness. I kind of hope they win tomorrow. I don't know who's pitching. I've gotten to know the hitters. Jay Hill's, told me a lot about the hitters because, he's got to keep up with it. Kate Doty's a beast. Trey Morgan's a beast. Dylan Cruz is a beast. Shout out to those three guys in particular. That freshman who wears jersey number 39. I love obscure jersey numbers. I like him as well. Do or die. Let's do it. Let's get this dub. Yeah, Pegasus, I think they shut that down, though. Pierce, nothing turns me on like an underground transit system, man. Nothing. I know, nurse corn. What is the what is the gold jersey thing in baseball? Joe Bear? I love that name. What is his name? Braden Joe Bear or Brady Joe Bear? Here's the thing. How do you commit so many errors? Like, they had a pass ball tonight. Or did they give that a wild pitch? I just saw it. I saw the highlight. I was like, really? Catch the ball, catcher. But for real, go Tigers. Let's get this baseball win. I'm never really just going to analyze like a baseball game unless it's like a super huge play. Aaron, you want some merch? You let me. Oh, there was a balk tonight. Aaron, let me know what you want, man. Some gold LSU baseball jersey merch? Huh? I love it. Your best donation, the $40 one this weekend. Oink, wink. Or whatever it was. Won't talk about that one, but it was great. Your wife's donation of the red velvet. Dude, that red velvet thing. I was in a coma. Nurse Court, don't get on me about this. I'm sending you a bunch of stuff because you've had to wait so long for more medium shirts. Okay? But yes, we are making more merch. So, Nurse Court, I'm going to make it up to you. I promise. Trust me, it's driving me nuts too. Oh, Milazzo is hurt. Okay, so that's why the pass ball happened. You've got to catch the ball, though. You would think, like, if there was a pass ball, a pass ball bases loaded is so big, right? You would think that there would be like a bullpen catcher that could catch everything. I don't care if he bats 100. The catcher's got to be able to catch the ball. You got to catch it. Like, you just got to be able to catch the ball. Stravinsky. That's the catcher's name. Shout out to you. Stravinsky's going to go 3 for 4 with 2 homers tomorrow. There's right there. King Robert. Love it. Let's see. Pinstripe jerseys. I love it. So Cliff's watched the rope documentary. I've not watched it yet. I used to go to the Skip Bertman baseball camps, and then Smoke Laval baseball camps. Turtle Thomas. I love it. Let's go, Jay Johnson. I'm a Jay Johnson stan. So we don't have good pitch. So Mekhi Hilliard can't pitch tomorrow, right? Like, he can't. There's no way because he threw like 2 days ago. All right, Ellie Mom, I'm sorry for starting this late. You have had perfect attendance. Thank you so much. We'll see you Tuesday. And next time I'm in Baton Rouge, I think Hey will be with me. And yeah, I'm going to try and come back in July. I don't know how far where you live is in comparison to Baton Rouge, but we'll figure something out. Let's see. Gotta love Zima. I'm telling you and Danny. Oh, I drank. I drank these on the boat. Somebody had these berry. I wish Danny was in here. She would destroy me for this. They had these berry, like Jack Daniels things. Huh? 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 I always say, like, whenever we're doing like these chill live streams, that it's going to be like shorter, and then here we are for an hour. It's people like Nurse Court that gets the jack going. Dupree cost Fournette a 300-yard game versus Syracuse. I need to go back and watch that game. We never talk about that Fournette game. I think part of the reason why we don't talk about that Fournette game, Black OT, is the Auburn game was just so much more epic, and that it was in Tiger Stadium, and the like Syracuse football is like the most bland football program when it shouldn't be, because they've had two of the coolest NFL pros in Dante Culpepper and Dwight Freeney. But Syracuse football, the Carrier Dome, the lighting in there isn't good. It looks a little different. That was such a weird home and home series. So yeah, I don't know why we don't talk about that Fournette 2015 performance. I do think it's because the Auburn game is just so legendary. I mean, I just don't. We'll never see a performance like that again, ever. Like, it was so freaking great. Yeah, Pegasus. There's a lot of guys. So Jay Hill and I got into it today in a debate about, like, because we there's this debate. Who is LSU's best wide receiver ever, and Jay Hill will always say Odell Beckham, right? That's his teammate. That's his guy, right? And Odell's probably no worse than top two or top three, right? He's got to be in pretty much everybody's top five, in my humble opinion. Uh, Odell's the one guy, though. I mean, Odell's route running with Joe would have been filthy. Would have been filthy, and yeah, I think Odell in the 2019 offense, I think that would have been a really good fit, you know. But yeah, I think about him, like, because Odell's peak and Jamar's peak is probably the highest, right? At their absolute peaks of their powers, probably the highest two peaks of any wide receiver. Now, that doesn't make you the best. Jefferson was very consistent and dominant. Jarvis Landry, I can make a case the Arkansas performance is one of the greatest LSU performances in the history of the program. Jarvis Landry has his own case. Odell was just superhuman, though. He was superhuman. He really was. What's up, Graylin? Oh, Makai would be ready. So once again, Nurse Court was getting on to me about the baseball thing. When you said Hilliard probably available, I was like, oh, we're talking Dalton Hilliard tonight? Let's go. We're talking Kenny Hilliard tonight? Let's go. True. Oh, did I say Culpepper? No, I meant to say Dwight Freeney and Donovan McNabb. All right, Creek, we'll see you, man. Oh, come on, Cliff. Come on, please. Stop. By far? There you go. So we are in an hour. I'm glad we were able to go as long as we did. But I do need to get up early in the morning. Z Baby is waiting on me, and I've been missing Z and Hey. I don't do good when I'm away from Hey for a long period of time. So, because I love her. So, yeah. So we will keep this chat going for the next 5 minutes. If you do super chat, I will keep the chat moving all night long. So there you go. Once again, I appreciate our friends. Pressy Collection, look at that watch. PressyCollection.com. I'm going to pre-order that watch. But you can also get an engagement ring, diamond pendants, all that good stuff from Pressy Collection. PressyCollection.com. Ernie Davis, Jim Brown. The Ernie Davis movie was really good. Jim Brown, beast mode. So yeah, Syracuse just has the weirdest football history. They've had a few like modern era superstars and then old school superstars. So there you go. This is easy, Pegasus. It's Jamar Chase. That's just not even close, really. When it comes to drafting a prospect, Jamar Chase is who I'm drafting. Just because he had every box checked as a prospect. You know, the difference is Jamar is a more powerful player than Odell in that he's got a little bit more bully ball to him. He's got some real physicality, and that's not Odell's game. But you know, you don't have to have that physicality to be a great receiver, right? But if I'm drafting a prospect, I'm not sure if there's ever been a wide receiver prospect better than Jamar Chase. Julio Jones, Calvin Johnson, you can make a very strong case. But all three of those guys had speed, power, work ethic, 1-2, all those things. And, you know, those three guys are units, right? And that's not to say Odell's not that, but that's not his game. That's interesting, Pierce, that part about the drunken stupor. Huh? Pierce, how was the wedding? That's true, Pegasus. That's true. He was really good as a true freshman. Kentucky run was incredible. The West Virginia 4th down touchdown. Amazing. But, you know, Jay Hill, he's taking Odell. So, you know, man, here's the thing about Jamar Chase that really makes it hard. Number one, you know, Justin Jefferson being on the same team and Terrace Marshall. I mean, Terrace Marshall, his start to 2020 is very legendary, like coming out of the breaks. I mean, he had 3 touchdowns to start 2019 versus Georgia Southern. The thing about Jamar Chase, and I know this isn't, if you're talking about like hypotheticals, the thing about Jamar Chase is he will forever have the Clemson game, the 9 catches for 221 and 2 tutties when it mattered the most, right? And also, Jamar Chase, I think it's hard to argue against this as well. The corners he faced were really good. AJ Terrell, Trevon Diggs, Patrick Surtain, the Auburn corner that went first round, and the list goes on and on. I know he had Joe Burrow, and Joe Burrow is, we haven't even brought that up. Joe's a big reason why any wide receiver is going to be great, because he's Joe freaking Burrow. And Joe Burrow is 10 times the player Matt is, and Matt's really good. And I actually just bought more Matt autograph cards to give away to you, because I feel like we don't talk about Matt enough on this channel. So the next few people that buy shirts, you're going to get a Matt auto. And I spoiled it. Nurse Court, you're going to be getting a Matt auto. But is Josh Reed better than Jamar Chase? We'll continue the debate on Tuesday. So once again, thanks everyone for tuning in late Sunday night live chat. I'm sorry it was so late. But yeah, early morning travel. We will be back. We're gonna try. It's probably not gonna happen. There will probably be no video tomorrow, but I'd like to do one tomorrow. So we'll see if I can get up early enough and get back home. I try and get out here by 7. So yeah. Thank you guys so much. Once again, our top super chatter yet again is Aaron. I really do appreciate you, Aaron. Thanks again to all our super chatters, Jared, as always. Nurse Court, all the big time supporters. I really do appreciate you guys so freaking much. It helps. It really does. Piece by piece. Creek already went to bed though. So yeah, I appreciate everyone. I know like the start of this live stream was like so like sappy, like, well, we went and buried our friend, and and we said bye to our friend, and I got to meet a lot of you guys, all that emotional BS, whatever, sappy stuff. I really did mean it though. I really did. So please hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we will see you. If we don't do a video tomorrow, we'll see you at the live stream on Tuesday night. It is. Shh, everybody sleep. Power Hour LSU. Pow. And tonight we're doing some Caribbean chicken. Let's go.